Welcome YouTubers and viewers to the HD Artist channel. So this is our first product review do it yourself Wednesday video, I guess. And today we're going to be doing a scratch art. Now we had a problem with the first video. For some reason we couldn't get the audio working. Something was going on, so I did have all the boards and everything that you need here, but I will be describing them and I will be telling you what products and what stuff you need throughout the video. This one here was done by our admin Fish Sticks, and it was his first attempt at scratch art, and I think he did a pretty good job. I think he did better than me. Pretty good. So why don't we get right to it? So let's look at the materials that we're gonna need first. We're gonna need a foam board or any kind of board, as long as it's pretty big. And we're gonna use tempera paint. In this case, I'm using black tempera paint or washable paint. We're also gonna need some aluminum foil, preferably heavy duty. That way, when you scratch, it won't tear or damage. Then we're gonna need a paintbrush or a foam brush, whichever one you prefer. I'm using a foam brush. And last but not least, water and dish soap. Small amounts of this. We're gonna mix them with each other and some with the paint. So, as you can see here, I got the board down already, and I did tape the sides because I'm trying to keep it flat. So I taped the sides on, and I tacked the sides down too. Just remember to keep the board flat. You don't want it to come up on you, so tape the sides. So now what you want to do is you're going to lay down the aluminum foil. So you want something to hold it down. In my case, what I used to hold it down was regular white glue, Elmer's glue if you want, and I mixed it in with water. It's a small amount. I mixed it in with a large amount of water. If you guys don't know which one it is, it's kind of yellowish, but it's white glue. So now I'm going to apply this, and when you apply it, you don't want to soak the board. You want to apply it enough where you know when it dries, the aluminum will stay down, because when you soak it, it will wrinkle up the board, and it's going to be harder for you to lay down the aluminum foil. So try not to soak it as much, which I kind of feel like I'm doing. But once you're doing that, you're going to lay down your aluminum foil. Now I'm going to keep it on the roll, as you can see, because I want it as flat as possible. Now the reason why I'm doing it like this, I want to avoid air bubbles and wrinkles as much as possible. You're still going to get them, as you can see, but you want to try to avoid as much as possible. So I leave it on the roll. Because you get air bubbles and try to get them out as good as you could. When you scratch, you don't want to tear the foil, so try to flatten out as good as you could. Now when you're flattening it out, you don't want to dent the board or the foil. So let me cut this piece off. Just lay it down there, flat down. Let's cut this piece off. So lay it down and grab this blade and cut the excess off. So you can see you still have some air bubbles, some wrinkles. But what I like to do, a little trick I picked up, is flatten it out with your hand first. But what I do use is a napkin or paper towel like this. Fold it up and I start smoothing it out. So just keep on doing this till you get everything out. Fine. Now once you got all that out, see how smooth it looks better. I'm going to tip it back down again so it doesn't move. Now I'm going to apply the tempera paint, and I mixed in a little bit of that glue so it sticks on. Now when you're doing this, you're going to see that it's pretty light. So you want to go over it a few times. Then dab it in there, and you apply. So you can see it kind of looks green. because the aluminum is bright. So you're going to want to go over it a few times. Let it dry and then reapply it until you get a nice dark board. That'll look pretty good. You're going to end up with this dark and flat. It feels very rough, and it's kind of opaque. That's the way you want to get the board. So you're gonna have to go over it a few times. Excuse me. Go over it a few times. We got bits and pieces of this clip where we had our admin at Fishsticks draw a Caparulo character from his Spawn, Hellspawn series. This is a Violator. So you can see you can buy a scriber or just make one if you want. I made the one he was using in this case. And actually this is his first time trying this, and he did a very awesome job. He's way better than me at this. First time doing scratch art. He is really good. So you see when you scratch it, he's doing it gently because the type of drawing he's doing, you can't hear it, but he was blowing out the drawing, moving some of the excess particles off. It stands out a lot. It looks metallic because of the aluminum foil. And he gently does some parts, other parts he keeps on going over. Depends on how thick you want to get your line. You can use something sharp, something that's a little more dull, or depending on what kind of drawing you're doing. I've seen people do portraits on here. I've seen people do other kinds of drawings. But once you're done, you take a good look at it, and it looks pretty awesome. And you have one heck of a piece. Very sharp. It stands out. So there you guys have it. That was a scratch art by our admin, Fishsticks. You can find other videos on this on YouTube. You can find them on different websites that let you know different ways of doing it. This isn't the only way of doing it. There's different ways of doing it. So, go out there and look it up. Find an easier way to do it or a better way to do it. You can also get these sheets at any arts and crafts store. Some of them they're already made. They already have the ink on them. So that was it. Next week or next review, product review Wednesday, we're going to be looking at some stuff that's already on YouTube. See what the whole fuss is about. And we're going to be doing some of this stuff. So I want to thank everyone for watching. If you guys like the video, go ahead and hit like. Anything you want to say, anything you want to share, any of your ideas, want to tell us anything about the video, go ahead and drop a comment, leave us a comment, and don't forget to subscribe. See ya.